Success is something we all seek in life, and yet, many of us struggle to achieve it. We look around at those who have made it and wonder what they know that we don't. We ask ourselves why success seems so elusive, and why, despite our best efforts, we can't seem to unlock the door that leads to it. But what if I told you that success isn't hidden behind a veil of mystery? What if I told you that the key to success is already within you, lying dormant, waiting for you to unlock it? This is what Florence Scovel Shinn explores in her timeless work, The Secret Door to Success. In this book, Shinn draws on spiritual laws, biblical metaphors, and metaphysical principles to show that the walls we encounter in life, the barriers between where we are now and where we want to be, can be dismantled. She introduces us to a deeper understanding of success, one that isn't just about external achievements or material gains. It's about unlocking your inner power, aligning with universal principles, and trusting in your divine potential. The book opens with a powerful metaphor from the Bible, specifically the story of the walls of Jericho. For many, the fall of Jericho's walls is simply a story of miraculous events, of trumpets sounding and walls crumbling at the sound of a great shout. But Shinn delves deeper, offering a metaphysical interpretation of this biblical event. She suggests that the walls around Jericho are much like the walls that we build in our own lives, barriers of fear, resentment, doubt, and limiting beliefs. These walls are the obstacles standing between us and our success. However, just as the walls of Jericho fell, Shinn reveals that these walls can be broken down through the power of our thoughts, words, and faith. What if, just like the Israelites, you could bring down the walls standing between you and your dreams? What if you, too, could break through those barriers and step into the city of success that has always been waiting for you? The key to this transformation is the power of awareness. Shinn teaches us that our consciousness, our awareness of who we truly are, holds the key to everything we desire. By raising our awareness, shifting our thoughts, and using the power of affirmation, we can bring down any wall that stands in our way. But before we dive into the tools that can help us break down these walls, let's explore what those walls actually look like in our lives. The first step to unlocking the secret door to success is recognizing the walls we've built, often without even realizing it. We tend to blame external circumstances for our lack of success, our upbringing, our environment, our circumstances, and even the people around us. But Shinn challenges us to look inward, to identify the walls of fear, resentment, and self-doubt that we've built within ourselves. These walls are far more insidious than any external obstacle because they limit our potential in ways we often don't see. The wall of fear, for example, is one of the most common barriers to success. Fear comes in many forms: fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being judged, or even fear of the unknown. It holds us back from taking action, from moving forward in our careers, relationships, and personal growth. But fear, as Shinn teaches, is simply an illusion. It is a product of our imagination, not an objective reality. Fear only has power over us when we give it power. It is through our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perceptions that fear becomes a wall, one that seems insurmountable, but can be torn down with the right mindset. Resentment is another wall that keeps us trapped in a cycle of lack. How often do we find ourselves resenting others for their success, their happiness, or their opportunities. We look at someone else's achievements and think, why them and not me? This resentment is a form of self-sabotage because it takes away our own power. As Shinn explains, what God has done for others, He now does for me, and more. This simple yet profound affirmation helps dissolve resentment and opens the door to our own success. When we stop comparing ourselves to others and focus on the abundant possibilities that are uniquely ours, we free ourselves from the wall of envy and step into a space of limitless potential. Another wall we often build is the wall of self-doubt. We question our abilities, our worth, and our potential. We doubt that we can achieve the success we desire because we don't feel good enough. But Shinn reminds us that our self-worth is not based on external validation. It is an intrinsic part of who we are. The divine potential within us is limitless, and by affirming our worth and ability, we tear down the wall of self-doubt. Success is not something we need to chase or prove. It is something we align with, a natural consequence of tapping into our true potential. These walls, fear, resentment, self-doubt, are the invisible barriers that hold us back. They don't exist outside of us. They are products of our thoughts and beliefs. And while they may feel real, they are not insurmountable. The key to breaking down these walls is awareness. The first step is recognizing that they are there, and the second step is choosing to let them go. Shinn emphasizes the importance of changing our thoughts and beliefs to align with the truth of who we are. She teaches that success is not about what we do, but about who we become. The moment we shift our consciousness, the moment we believe that success is our divine birthright, the walls begin to crumble. As we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, trust, and faith, we begin to attract the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with our desires. The power of our words plays a significant role in this process. Shinn teaches that our words are creative forces. What we say about ourselves, what we say about our circumstances, and what we say about others has the power to shape our reality. Words are not just sounds, they are vibrations, energies that carry with them the potential to create or destroy. If we speak words of fear, lack, and limitation, we reinforce the walls that keep us stuck. But if we speak words of abundance, success, and possibility, we activate the power of creation within us. Affirmations, as Shinn teaches, are a powerful tool for shifting our consciousness. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that align our thoughts and words with the success we desire. By repeating affirmations such as, "I am successful," "I am worthy of abundance," or "I am capable of achieving my dreams," we reprogram our subconscious mind to align with the truth of who we are. These affirmations act as a key, unlocking the door to our success and revealing the limitless potential that lies within. But it's not enough to just say the words. We must also believe them. Belief is the cornerstone of success. Shinn teaches that faith is not a passive feeling. It is an active force. Faith requires us to trust in the process, to believe that everything is unfolding as it should, and to remain confident in our ability to succeed. Faith is the belief that the universe, or God, is always working in our favor, even when things don't appear to be going our way. When we combine awareness, affirmations, and faith, we create a powerful force that can tear down any wall in our path. This is the secret door to success, the realization that everything we need is already within us. We don't need to chase success. We simply need to align ourselves with the truth of who we are, to trust in divine timing, and to act from a place of faith and conviction. In the following sections, we will explore the principles that can help you unlock this door to success. We will look at the power of words and thoughts, the role of faith and trust, and the practical tools that can help you manifest the life you desire. By the end of this audiobook, you will have the knowledge and understanding you need to break down the walls that are holding you back and step into the success that is already yours. So, as we begin this journey together, remember that the secret door to success is not some distant, far-off place. It's within you, waiting to be unlocked. The walls that stand in your way are not as solid as they seem. With the right awareness, the right mindset, and the right tools, you can bring down these walls and step into your promised land of success, abundance, and fulfillment. Now that we've introduced the concept of the walls in our lives and how they relate to the biblical story of Jericho, it's time to dive deeper into understanding these barriers and how they form. It's important to grasp not just the idea of these walls, but the role they play in shaping our reality. Many of us don't realize it, but these walls are largely the product of our own mental and emotional states. As Florence Scovel Shinn suggests, success isn't a matter of external circumstances or the resources we have available. It's about how we choose to perceive the world, how we direct our thoughts, and how we engage with our inner potential. The first wall, one that most people struggle with, is fear. Fear is one of the most insidious forces in our lives, often dictating our choices and limiting our actions. Fear manifests in countless ways: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of success, fear of the unknown, and even fear of change. For many, fear becomes a constant companion, influencing every decision, every move. We might want to start a business, pursue a dream, or take a leap in our personal or professional lives. But fear whispers that we aren't capable, that we'll fail, or that the risks are too great. Shinn teaches us that fear is nothing more than an illusion, an obstacle that exists only in our minds. It is a reflection of our doubts and limiting beliefs, and it has no real power except for the power we give it. This is key. Fear is not an external force, but an internal creation. It thrives on our attention, growing stronger when we feed it with negative thoughts and beliefs. But when we begin to recognize fear for what it is, an illusion, we can dismantle it. By shifting our thoughts, affirming our own power, and acting in faith despite our fears, we begin to dissolve the barriers it creates. What if you decided today to let go of the fear that's holding you back? What if, instead of letting fear dictate your actions, you chose to move forward despite it? Shinn's teachings suggest that success comes when we trust our inner wisdom and take bold steps, even in the face of uncertainty. Fear is not something to fight, it's something to rise above. As we learn to quiet the voice of fear, the walls it creates begin to crumble. Another significant barrier in our lives is resentment. Resentment is a feeling we often don't recognize as a wall because it may seem justified. We may resent people, situations, or even the circumstances of our own lives. We may harbor grudges against others for their perceived success, their wealth, or their happiness. When someone else gets ahead, it's easy to feel envious or resentful, thinking that they've taken something from us, or that they're somehow undeserving of their blessings. But Shinn reminds us that resentment is not just a negative emotion. It's a destructive force that actively blocks the flow of good into our lives. When we resent someone, we cut off the flow of abundance not only to that person, but also to ourselves. Resentment locks us into a state of lack, preventing us from attracting the success and opportunities we desire. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of negativity, holding on to past hurts and grievances that have no power unless we choose to keep them alive. In her work, Shinn offers a profound solution to resentment: the affirmation. What God has done for others, He now does for me, and more. This affirmation is a tool to neutralize envy and resentment, helping us to reframe our thinking and let go of the belief that there is not enough success to go around. By affirming that the success of others is proof of what is possible for us, we open ourselves up to receiving our own blessings. This shift in mindset allows us to let go of the walls of resentment and embrace the abundant life that awaits us. Letting go of resentment doesn't mean that we forget or condone past wrongs. It means that we free ourselves from the grip of negative emotions, allowing our energy to flow in a positive direction. We stop wasting our time and energy on feelings that drain us, and we redirect that energy toward building the life we desire. As we release resentment, we find ourselves moving closer to the success and fulfillment that we've always dreamed of. The third wall, perhaps the most personal of all, is self-doubt. This is where we often become our own worst enemies. Self-doubt tells us that we're not good enough, that we're not capable, or that we don't deserve success. It keeps us stuck in a cycle of second-guessing and hesitation, preventing us from stepping into our power. How many times have you hesitated to pursue something because you didn't believe in your own abilities? How many opportunities have you let pass by because you didn't think you were ready, or that someone else could do it better? Shinn teaches that self-doubt is not our true nature. It's an illusion created by our fears and limiting beliefs. Just as we can choose to let go of fear and resentment, we can choose to release self-doubt. The truth is that we are all capable of achieving greatness, but we must first believe in ourselves. By affirming our worth, by speaking words of confidence, and by trusting in our divine potential, we begin to dissolve the walls of self-doubt that have kept us from stepping into our fullest expression of success. The antidote to self-doubt is self-affirmation. Shinn emphasizes the power of positive, present tense statements that align our thoughts with the success we seek. These affirmations are not just empty words, they are declarations of truth. When we say, "I am worthy of success," "I am capable," or "I have everything I need to succeed," we affirm our inherent value and strength. These words, repeated daily, build a foundation of self-confidence and remove the blocks that self-doubt creates. By replacing self-doubt with self-affirmation, we begin to see ourselves as capable and deserving of success. We stop waiting for external validation and start recognizing our own power. The walls of self-doubt crumble, and we step forward, confident in our ability to achieve whatever we set our minds to. There's another barrier that is often overlooked: negative thinking. Negative thinking can manifest in many ways: pessimism, cynicism, or simply focusing on what's wrong rather than what's right. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life is hard, that success is unattainable, or that there's always something standing in the way. But Shinn teaches us that this kind of thinking is exactly what keeps us stuck. Negative thoughts create negative experiences. What we focus on expands. And when we focus on what's lacking or wrong, we perpetuate that lack in our lives. One of the most powerful tools Shinn offers is the idea of affirmative thinking. This means deliberately choosing to think positive, empowering thoughts. Instead of focusing on obstacles or problems, we focus on solutions and possibilities. We train our minds to see the good in every situation and to expect the best outcomes. This shift in mindset is what begins to break down the wall of negative thinking and allows success to flow into our lives. By practicing affirmative thinking, we rewire our brains to see opportunities instead of obstacles, abundance instead of lack, and success instead of failure. We become active creators of our reality, using our thoughts to shape the world around us. Negative thinking no longer has power over us because we've chosen to focus on the positive. And as we continue to affirm the good, we attract more of it into our lives. What we must understand is that these walls, fear, resentment, self-doubt, negative thinking, are all illusions. They are not real obstacles. They are merely thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that we've allowed to shape our reality. Once we recognize that these walls are not as solid as they seem, we gain the power to break them down. The key to success is not about fighting these barriers head-on, but about seeing them for what they are. Mental constructs that can be dismantled with the right awareness, thoughts, and beliefs. When we learn to see through the illusion of these walls, we unlock the secret door to success. We realize that success is not something we need to chase or fight for. It's something we align with. It's about raising our consciousness, changing our thoughts, and trusting in our divine potential. The walls crumble naturally as we shift our mindset and begin to live in alignment with the truth of who we are. So, as you continue this journey with me, remember, success is not a distant goal. It is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. The walls you face are not barriers. They are invitations to see beyond the illusions and step into the life you are meant to live. As we explore the tools and principles that can help you unlock your success, keep in mind that you have everything you need already inside you. The key is within your consciousness, and by shifting your thoughts, words, and beliefs, you will open the door to a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment. As we continue on this path toward success, it's crucial to understand the most transformative concept in Florence Scovel Shinn's philosophy: the power of words and thoughts. We have already touched on how walls, whether they be fear, resentment, self-doubt, or negative thinking, can act as barriers that limit our success. But what if we told you that the most powerful force in your life isn't outside of you? What if your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs were the keys to unlocking the success you've always dreamed of? Words are far more than simple tools for communication. They are powerful creators of reality. According to Shinn, words carry a vibration that directly influences the experiences we attract. Every word we speak is an affirmation, and the energy behind those words shapes our lives. Whether we realize it or not, our words create our circumstances. When we say, "I can't do this," we are affirming our limitations and reinforcing the belief that we are incapable. When we say, "This is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it," we affirm our ability to overcome obstacles and embrace growth. This is the fundamental teaching of metaphysics. The law of attraction works by aligning our inner world with our outer reality. Our thoughts, words, and feelings are magnets that draw similar vibrations to us. In this way, we attract what we focus on. If you constantly focus on your fears, doubts, and limitations, you will continue to encounter those very obstacles in your life. But when you shift your focus to words of encouragement, positivity, and self-belief, you begin to magnetize opportunities and success. Shinn offers a profound tool to harness this power: the use of affirmative statements. These are declarations of truth, spoken in the present tense, that affirm our worthiness, capability, and divine right to success. I am worthy of success. I am open to receiving abundance. I trust that everything is working out for me. These simple but powerful affirmations serve as a guiding force in our lives, helping us shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. But it's not enough just to speak these words. We must embody them. When you speak an affirmation, you must believe it with every fiber of your being. Affirmations are not magic words that instantly manifest change. They are a tool to align your energy with the life you desire. They act as a bridge between your inner world of thoughts and beliefs and your outer world of actions and experiences. As you begin to speak your affirmations, pay attention to how they make you feel. Do they inspire confidence? Do they evoke a sense of peace and assurance? Or do they feel hollow, like you're forcing yourself to believe something that isn't true yet? This is where practice comes in. Just as any skill or muscle requires consistent effort, so too does the practice of using affirmations. With time, these words begin to sink deep into your subconscious mind, gradually replacing old, limiting beliefs with empowering truths. In addition to the words we speak, our thoughts are incredibly powerful creators of our reality. Every thought you think is an energy force that radiates outward into the universe. This means that, whether we realize it or not, we are constantly sending out vibrations of thought that attract corresponding circumstances into our lives. Negative thoughts, such as worry, anger, and fear, send out vibrations that draw similar negative situations and people into our experiences. Positive thoughts, on the other hand, send out vibrations of hope, abundance, and success, which in turn attract more positive situations and opportunities. Shinn emphasizes that our thoughts are not just fleeting or inconsequential. They are the seeds of our future reality. She teaches that we are the creators of our own lives, and the thoughts we think are the blueprint for our experiences. If you constantly think thoughts of lack, you will attract lack. If you think thoughts of abundance and possibility, you will naturally start to experience abundance in your life. This is why it's so important to cultivate awareness of your thoughts. Are you constantly thinking about what's wrong in your life? Or are you focusing on the possibilities of what could go right? Are you letting fear and doubt take over your mental landscape? Or are you affirming your inner strength and potential? The good news is that, just as you can consciously choose your words, you can also consciously choose your thoughts. Shinn encourages us to take responsibility for our thoughts and to replace any negative or limiting thoughts with ones that align with the success and abundance we desire. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively, make a conscious decision to shift your thinking. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," choose the thought, "I am capable of handling this challenge with grace and confidence." Instead of thinking, "I'll never make it," think, "I am already on the path to success, and everything is working out for me." Shifting your thoughts in this way is not about denying the reality of challenges or obstacles in your life. It's about choosing to see beyond those challenges and to focus on the solutions, opportunities, and strengths that exist within you. The more you practice this mindset, the more naturally it becomes to focus on the positive and to expect the best possible outcomes. As we've seen, affirmations are one of the most effective tools for shifting our mindset and breaking down the walls of fear, doubt, and negativity. But there's another aspect of affirmations that's crucial to understand. They must be specific and targeted. It's not enough to just say, "I am successful." While that may be true, it's important to drill down into the specifics of what success looks like for you. Shinn suggests that we tailor our affirmations to address the specific areas of our lives that need transformation. For example, if you're struggling with finances, you might say, "I am now a magnet for abundance, and I attract financial prosperity easily and effortlessly." If you're seeking success in your career, you might say, "I am fully capable and deserving of success in my career, and every opportunity I need is coming to me now." By making your affirmation specific, you are directing your thoughts and energy toward the very thing you desire. And remember, it's not just about the words, it's about the feeling behind them. When you say, "I am attracting financial prosperity," feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude as if you already have the abundance you desire. This feeling of gratitude is a powerful force that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. Additionally, Shinn emphasizes the importance of aligning your actions with your affirmations. It's not enough to just say the words and wait for success to come to you. You must take inspired action, guided by the faith and confidence you've cultivated through your affirmations. If you're affirming financial success, take practical steps to manage your money, invest wisely, and pursue opportunities that align with your goals. If you're affirming success in your career, take the necessary steps to develop your skills, seek out new opportunities, and put yourself in a position to succeed. Success is a partnership between your inner world, your thoughts and beliefs, and your outer world, your actions and experiences. By aligning both, you become a powerful force for positive change in your life. Underlying all of Shinn's teachings is the fundamental belief in your divine potential. She reminds us that we are not separate from the infinite power of the universe. Success is not something that is outside of us. It is inherent in who we are. When we realize this, we begin to see ourselves as powerful co-creators with the divine, capable of manifesting anything we desire. This realization alone can shatter the walls of fear, doubt, and negativity that we've built over the years. When you believe in your divine potential, you stop seeing yourself as a passive observer of life's events and start seeing yourself as an active participant. You recognize that you have the power to shape your circumstances, to attract abundance, and to create the life you truly desire. Shinn's teachings invite us to shift our perception of ourselves from that of a victim to that of a powerful, empowered creator. The key to unlocking this divine potential is self-trust. You must trust in your ability to create your reality and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. It's about having faith that everything you need is already within you, and that the universe will provide the resources, opportunities, and support you need to fulfill your dreams. The final step in breaking down the walls and unlocking success is to live in alignment with your truth. This means being true to yourself, trusting your intuition, and following the guidance of your inner wisdom. When you align with your truth, you become a clear channel for success to flow into your life. You no longer have to struggle or fight for what you want. It comes to you effortlessly because you are in alignment with your highest good. Living in alignment with your truth also means letting go of any limiting beliefs or societal expectations that don't serve you. It means stepping into your authentic self, unapologetically and without fear. As you do this, the walls of limitation continue to crumble, and the doors to success open wide. When you live in alignment with your truth, you stop chasing success. Instead, you allow success to chase you. It's a state of flow, where everything aligns perfectly, and you move through life with ease and grace. Success isn't a destination, it's a way of being. It's about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the highest vision of yourself, and trusting that everything you desire is already on its way to you. As you continue to break down the walls of fear, resentment, self-doubt, and negativity, you will find yourself walking through life with confidence, purpose, and unwavering faith in your divine potential. As you continue this journey of breaking down the walls that hold you back, you must recognize the profound role of gratitude and its power to open doors. Gratitude is not just a polite response to life's blessings. It is a transformative force that can shift your entire experience. Florence Scovel Shinn teaches us that gratitude is not only an acknowledgement of what we have, but it is a powerful affirmation of what we are attracting into our lives. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools in the spiritual law of attraction. The Bible says, "In everything give thanks," which implies that gratitude is a key that unlocks the flow of divine abundance. Gratitude is not just for the big things in life. It is for everything, both the visible and the unseen. When you express gratitude for the present moment, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and invite even more good into your life. When you express gratitude, you send out a vibration of appreciation that is felt by the universe, and the universe responds by sending you more of what you are grateful for. Think of gratitude as a magnet. It attracts similar energies back to you. When you are grateful for what you already have, you affirm your belief in abundance and open the door for even more blessings to enter your life. Shinn emphasizes the importance of cultivating a mindset of gratitude, regardless of the circumstances you are currently facing. If you are going through a tough time, it can be difficult to feel thankful. But this is precisely when gratitude is most powerful. When you can find something to be thankful for, even in the midst of challenges, you are raising your vibration and aligning yourself with the divine flow of prosperity and success. Gratitude also shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you are focused on what you don't have, you are inadvertently affirming a state of lack. But when you focus on what you do have and express gratitude for it, you begin to see how much you truly have. This simple shift in perspective can open your eyes to the abundance that already surrounds you. You'll begin to notice opportunities you might have overlooked, people who want to help you, and the resources that are readily available to you. To practice gratitude effectively, it is essential to be proactive about it. Active gratitude is the practice of intentionally looking for things to be thankful for, no matter what your current situation may be. It means choosing gratitude as a daily habit, rather than waiting for something to go right in order to feel thankful. This is where many people miss the mark. They wait until something extraordinary happens before they express gratitude. However, when you begin practicing gratitude daily, you will start to see how every aspect of your life is interconnected with the flow of abundance. One of the most powerful practices Shinn advocates for is the simple habit of saying, "Thank you," throughout your day. This is not just for the big moments, like receiving a gift or achieving a goal. Instead, it's about thanking the universe for the small blessings, such as a beautiful sunrise, a pleasant conversation, or even the ability to breathe. The more you practice this, the more you begin to shift your mindset into one of constant appreciation. When you are grateful for every little thing, you are preparing your life to receive more. Shinn shares a story of a woman who had been in financial hardship and was struggling to make ends meet. Every day, she would pray and affirm that she would receive the abundance she needed. But she didn't feel any improvement. She began to feel discouraged until she was introduced to the practice of gratitude. Shinn advised her to start listing the things she was grateful for each day, no matter how small. At first, it was difficult for the woman to find anything positive in her situation. But as she persisted, she began to notice more and more things to be thankful for: her health, her family, the food on her table. As she continued this practice, her circumstances began to shift. She found opportunities she hadn't seen before, and her financial situation gradually improved. What changed was not just her external circumstances, but her internal vibration. She had gone from focusing on lack to focusing on abundance, and in doing so, she aligned herself with the flow of prosperity. This is the transformative power of active gratitude. It isn't just a passive feeling. It's an active practice that sets the stage for everything else you desire. When you are grateful for what you have, you create the space for more to flow to you. It's a simple yet profound concept. The more you express gratitude, the more good things are drawn into your life. One of the most powerful ways gratitude can transform your life is by changing your relationship with money and material wealth. So many people live in a state of financial anxiety, always worried about not having enough. But as Shinn points out, this mindset only reinforces the belief that there is never enough to go around. The key to shifting this mindset is to practice gratitude for the money and material wealth you do have, no matter how small it may seem. Shinn suggests that you begin to see your money as a symbol of abundance and prosperity, rather than a source of worry and stress. Instead of focusing on the bills that are piling up or the lack of money in your bank account, begin focusing on the abundance that is already present in your life. If you can shift your focus to gratitude for the resources you currently have, you will begin to notice that more money starts flowing into your life. For example, if you are paying a bill, instead of dreading the expense, say, "Thank you for the money to pay this bill, and thank you for the abundance that is always coming to me." Even if it feels like you don't have enough, make an effort to express gratitude for what you do have. By doing so, you will change your energy and open the door for more wealth to flow into your life. Gratitude also has the power to dissolve any feelings of resentment or fear surrounding money. Often, people hold on to a scarcity mindset because they are afraid of losing what they have. But when you practice gratitude, you shift out of that fear-based thinking and into a mindset of trust and abundance. You begin to trust that the universe is always providing for you and that your needs will always be met. Shinn shares another example of a woman who was in a similar financial bind, but began to change her mindset through gratitude. At first, she was barely able to make ends meet, but after she started practicing active gratitude every day, She noticed that small miracles began to occur. A refund arrived unexpectedly in the mail. A friend offered her a job opportunity, and she received a bonus at work. The more she practiced gratitude, the more the universe responded by providing her with opportunities to expand her abundance. This is the essence of the law of attraction. What you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you will continue to experience more lack. But if you focus on abundance and express gratitude for the abundance you already have, you will begin to magnetize even more prosperity into your life. Gratitude works in tandem with another important law, the law of expectancy. Expectancy is the belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. When you expect good things to happen, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and success. Expectancy is a state of mind that goes hand in hand with gratitude, as both require faith in the unseen and trust in the divine timing of the universe. Shinn teaches that the more you expect success, the more likely it is to show up in your life. This expectancy is not wishful thinking or passive hoping. It is a strong belief that what you desire is already manifesting in your life, even if you can't yet see it. It is the conviction that your desires are on their way to you, and that they are already unfolding in perfect timing. The law of expectancy works because it is closely tied to your thoughts and feelings. When you expect success, you send out vibrations that match those desires, and the universe responds accordingly. When you expect failure or struggle, you send out the opposite energy, and the universe reflects that back to you. To practice expectancy, begin by looking for evidence that your desires are already on their way. Every time you experience something positive, no matter how small, take it as a sign that your good is on its way. Expect good things to happen, and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. Shinn offers the example of a woman who was struggling to find work. She had been searching for months with no success, but when she began to shift her mindset from doubt to expectancy, things started to change. She started affirming every day, "I expect the perfect job to come to me, and I know that the universe is bringing it to me now." A few weeks later, she was offered a job that was even better than she had imagined. Her expectancy had set the stage for this opportunity to appear. She had aligned her thoughts, words, and actions with the belief that success was inevitable. Expectancy, just like gratitude, is a powerful force that transforms your reality. When you expect success, wealth, and happiness, you open the door for these things to manifest in your life. As you continue on the path of spiritual growth and success, it's crucial to realize that the power of your words cannot be overstated. Words are more than just sounds or symbols. They are creative forces. Florence Scovel Shinn often emphasizes that your words, when spoken with belief and conviction, set in motion the energies of the universe to bring your desires into reality. The Bible states, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." John 1:1, highlighting the profound creative power that words carry. This is not just poetic language. It is a spiritual truth that underpins the very fabric of reality. Words are the building blocks of creation. Every word you speak is an affirmation of your current reality and future possibilities. Shinn writes that words have the ability to shape your experiences and your life. They carry vibrations that either build or break down, create or destroy. When you speak words of positivity, faith, and truth, you send out vibrations that attract those same qualities into your life. On the other hand, Words of fear, doubt, or negativity will attract more of the same. Shinn's teachings align with the concept of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Words are an essential part of this process. When you speak affirmatively and with intention, you activate the law of attraction and begin to draw to yourself everything that aligns with your positive thoughts and beliefs. On the contrary, if you speak words of defeat, doubt, or negativity, you are unknowingly attracting more of those same limiting circumstances into your life. One of the key teachings Shinn offers is to be mindful of the words you use when you speak to yourself. The internal dialogue, the words you use when talking to your own mind, plays a huge role in shaping your external reality. If your self-talk is filled with doubt and limitation, then you are reinforcing those beliefs and limiting your potential. But if you consistently affirm your power, your worth, and your ability to succeed, you begin to rewire your mind for success. Shinn teaches that affirmations are a powerful way to harness the creative power of words. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to create a new belief or reality. By repeating these affirmations with faith and belief, you begin to change the very nature of your thoughts and your experience. To practice affirmations effectively, it is important to speak them with conviction, as if they have already come true. This is the key difference between affirmations and simple wishful thinking. When you make an affirmation, you must speak it from the perspective of already having received your good. For example, instead of saying, "I will be successful," affirm, "I am successful." The power lies in the present tense, affirming that what you desire is already yours. Shinn shares a story of a man who was struggling financially, but began to use a powerful affirmation. "I am divinely prospered, and my supply is endless." At first, he didn't see immediate results, but he persisted in speaking the affirmation with belief and gratitude. Slowly but surely, his financial situation began to improve. Unexpected checks arrived, business opportunities opened up, and his income increased. The man had spoken his reality into existence. His words, coupled with unwavering belief, brought forth the success he had long desired. This is the power of affirmations. When you speak affirmatively and believe in the truth of your words, you are aligning yourself with the divine flow of abundance and success. Your words become a channel for the universe to work through, bringing about the changes you desire in your life. Another key point that Shinn emphasizes is the importance of speaking with authority. When you speak with authority, you send out a powerful signal to the universe that you are serious about your desires. You affirm, not just with words, but with your entire being, that you are confident in your ability to manifest your desires. This is not arrogance, but rather a deep trust in the divine power within you. Shinn's teachings suggest that when you speak with authority, you are asserting your divine birthright to abundance, health, and success. You are claiming your power as a co-creator with the universe, trusting that your words carry the weight of divine law. This speaks to the inherent authority we each have to shape our lives through our words, thoughts, and beliefs. For example, when you speak affirmations, speak them as though you are the authority in your life. Don't merely say the words passively. Declare them with the confidence and certainty that you know they are true. When you speak with this authority, you are essentially commanding the universe to align with your desires. The Bible offers a great example of this authority in the story of Jesus cursing the fig tree. Jesus spoke to the tree, commanding it to wither, and it did. He didn't beg or plead with the tree. He simply spoke with authority, knowing that the universe responded to his words. This is the kind of authority Shinn encourages you to cultivate in your own life. One of the most profound lessons Shinn offers is the realization that your words and beliefs have the power to overcome any obstacle. Whether you are facing financial difficulties, relationship struggles, or health challenges, the words you speak and the beliefs you hold will determine whether you rise above these obstacles or remain trapped by them. Shinn explains that many people inadvertently create obstacles in their lives through the words they speak. If you are constantly saying things like, "I can't afford this," "I'm always sick," or "Nothing ever goes right for me," you are affirming those limitations into your life. You are speaking these negative beliefs into existence. On the other hand, when you speak words of success, abundance, and health, you are aligning yourself with the forces of creation and removing those obstacles. The power of words lies in their ability to shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality. If you want to break down the walls of lack, fear, or limitation in your life, start by changing the words you use. Begin speaking in alignment with your desires. Instead of focusing on what's not working in your life, focus on what is. Speak words of gratitude, words of success, and words of faith. Shinn offers a practical exercise for breaking through these obstacles. She suggests that you take a specific area of your life where you are facing difficulties and write down a list of affirmations that address the challenges in that area. For example, if you are facing financial struggles, you might write down affirmations such as, "I am divinely prosperous," "I have more than enough money to meet all my needs," or "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly." Speak these affirmations daily, believing in their truth, and watch as your circumstances begin to change. This exercise works because it shifts your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. It removes the mental barriers that are keeping you stuck in your current reality and opens the door for the universe to provide for you. The more you speak words of faith and possibility, the more your life will begin to reflect those words. As you continue to speak affirmations and align your words with your desires, it is also important to listen to the inner voice that guides you. Shinn speaks about the power of intuition and how it plays a crucial role in the manifestation process. Your intuition is your connection to the divine wisdom within you. It is the still, small voice that guides you toward the right decisions, actions, and opportunities. When you listen to your inner voice, you are tuning into the frequency of divine guidance. You are being led by a higher intelligence that knows the best path for you. It is through this inner guidance that you can overcome obstacles, take the right actions, and stay on the path toward success. To connect with your inner voice, it's important to quiet the noise of the outside world and listen to the whispers of your soul. Meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in quiet reflection can help you tune in to this divine guidance. Once you begin listening to your inner voice, you will find that the answers you seek are already within you. The universe has already prepared the way for you, and your intuition will guide you to the opportunities and resources you need to fulfill your purpose. The power of your words cannot be underestimated. By speaking affirmations with authority, practicing gratitude, and listening to your inner voice, you align yourself with the divine flow of abundance and success. Words are the foundation upon which your life is built. They are the keys to breaking down the walls of fear, doubt, and limitation, and opening the door to a life of prosperity, health, and fulfillment. Shinn's teachings remind us that we are co-creators with the universe. Our words, when spoken with faith and conviction, carry the power to shape our reality. The more we align our words with our desires, the more we open ourselves to receiving the abundance and success that is already on its way to us. Start today by choosing your words carefully. Speak words of power, of gratitude, of success. Believe in the creative power of your words, and watch as they transform your life. As we continue on the journey toward understanding and applying the principles of success, it's essential to grasp one fundamental truth. Success is not something external that you chase after. Success is an internal state that must be realized within you first. Florence Scovel Shinn speaks extensively about the importance of having the right mindset, affirming that your internal world directly shapes your external circumstances. This is a powerful concept that can change the way you approach your goals, challenges, and even your daily life. To truly embody success, it's vital to start by cultivating a mindset of success. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that they will be successful once they achieve certain milestones or acquire specific material possessions. However, Shinn teaches that success is not determined by your external circumstances, but by the way you think and feel about yourself and your life. If you believe you are already successful, then success will naturally follow. Your thoughts and beliefs create your reality, and once you shift them to align with the feeling of success, you will begin to attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that reflect that internal state. Think about this for a moment. Success is not something you earn in the traditional sense. It's not a prize or a reward that you get once you've completed a series of tasks. Success is a feeling, a vibration, and once you tune into that frequency, everything else will fall into place. This is a key concept that Shinn emphasizes throughout her work. Success begins within. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the images you visualize all contribute to the life you experience. Therefore, if you want to see external success, you must first change the way you think about success. This is where Shinn's teachings on affirmations and visualization come into play. By consistently using affirmations and imagining yourself as already successful, you begin to reprogram your mind to align with your goals. Reprogramming your mind is not an overnight process. It takes consistent effort and practice. However, the results are undeniable. As you begin to repeat positive affirmations about your success, wealth, health, or relationships, you start to internalize those beliefs, and they begin to shape your reality. The more you affirm your success, the more you feel the internal shifts happening within you. And as your internal state shifts, your external world follows suit. Shinn offers a simple but powerful affirmation. I am successful in all that I do. By repeating this affirmation daily, you begin to create a subconscious belief in your success. You shift from seeing success as something external and unattainable to understanding that it is your birthright and that it already exists within you. This belief in your inherent success will naturally manifest in your actions, decisions, and interactions with the world around you. Once you begin to shift your mindset, the next step is to live from that place of success. This means embodying the feeling of success, acting as though you are already successful, and making choices from that state of being. It's important to remember that success is not just about the end result. It's about how you show up every day. Success is not about waiting for something to happen. It's about acting in alignment with your inner success at all times. One way to live from a place of success is to start making decisions from a place of confidence and faith, instead of doubting yourself or second-guessing your actions. Trust that you are always guided toward your highest good. When you act from this place, you begin to make choices that lead to your success, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth. Living from a place of success also means letting go of fear and doubt, two of the biggest obstacles to achieving your goals. For example, if you're facing a difficult decision, instead of worrying about the possible outcomes, make your decision from a place of certainty. Trust that the right path will reveal itself, and that no matter what happens, you are always on the path toward your success. This shift in mindset is a powerful tool that can help you overcome any obstacles that may arise along your journey. Faith is another crucial element in achieving success. Faith is not merely about religious belief. It's about trust and confidence in the process of life. Shinn often talks about having unwavering faith in your ability to succeed and in the spiritual laws that govern success. This faith is what allows you to take risks, step into the unknown, and continue moving forward even when things seem uncertain. Faith is not about having all the answers or knowing exactly how things will unfold. It's about trusting that everything is working in your favor. When you have faith, you align yourself with the divine order of the universe. You trust that what is meant for you will come to you at the right time, and that no matter what challenges arise, you are always supported. Shinn reminds us that faith is like a seed that, when planted, grows into a tree of success. The more you nurture and strengthen your faith, the more it will grow and expand. Faith is the foundation that allows your goals and desires to manifest. Without faith, it's easy to become discouraged and give up. But with faith, you trust that your success is inevitable. And this faith allows you to persist, even when the going gets tough. Shinn's teachings offer several practical steps for cultivating success in your life. These steps are simple but powerful practices that you can incorporate into your daily routine to begin aligning with success. The first step is to cultivate a positive mental attitude. This means consciously choosing to focus on the positive aspects of your life and the opportunities that are available to you, rather than dwelling on the negative. When you focus on the positive, you shift your energy and attract more of what you want into your life. Another step is to practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your energy from lack to abundance. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. Gratitude opens the door to more blessings and helps you maintain a positive attitude, even in challenging situations. Shinn often suggests keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. This simple practice can dramatically shift your mindset and help you attract more of the good things you desire. Visualization is also a powerful tool for cultivating success. By visualizing yourself already living your desired reality, you begin to condition your mind to believe that it is possible. Shinn teaches that visualization is a form of prayer, as it aligns your consciousness with the divine intelligence of the universe. The more you visualize your success, the more it becomes a reality in your mind, and eventually in your life. Lastly, Shinn encourages you to take inspired action. While it's important to align your thoughts and beliefs with success, it's equally important to take action that reflects those beliefs. Inspired action is action that comes from a place of trust, faith, and alignment with your goals. It's not about forcing or pushing through obstacles, but about taking steps that feel natural and in harmony with your desires. One of the most significant blocks to success is resistance. Resistance can take many forms, including fear, self-doubt, guilt, and a sense of unworthiness. These feelings can prevent you from fully stepping into your power and realizing your potential. Shinn emphasizes the importance of releasing this resistance in order to allow success to flow freely into your life. Resistance often arises from past experiences or limiting beliefs that you may have internalized. For example, if you grew up in an environment where success was seen as unattainable or reserved for others, you may carry those beliefs with you into adulthood. Similarly, if you have experienced failure or rejection in the past, it can create a subconscious belief that success is not for you. To release resistance, Shinn suggests using affirmations and visualizations to reprogram your subconscious mind. By consistently affirming your worthiness and your ability to succeed, you begin to dissolve the old beliefs that are holding you back. Additionally, it's important to forgive yourself and others for any past experiences that may have contributed to your resistance. Forgiveness clears the energy of the past and allows you to move forward with a clean slate. Another important aspect of success is trusting in divine timing. Shinn often emphasizes that success doesn't always come on our timeline. It comes when the time is right. This can be a challenging concept to accept, especially when we are eager for change or progress. However, understanding that there is a divine order to everything helps us to trust that the universe is working in our favor, even if we can't always see the full picture. Divine timing is about surrendering control and allowing things to unfold naturally. It requires patience and faith that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances will come to you at the perfect time. Trusting divine timing frees you from the pressure of trying to force things to happen and allows you to move through life with a sense of ease and flow. Shinn offers this powerful affirmation for divine timing. I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly in my life, and I am in the right place at the right time. This affirmation helps to release any anxiety or worry about timing and shifts your focus to the belief that everything is happening exactly as it should. Success is not something that happens to you. Success is something that you cultivate within yourself. Through the power of positive thinking, affirmations, gratitude, and faith, you can unlock the success that is already within you. Your internal state is the key to your external world. When you shift your mindset to one of success and abundance, you align yourself with the divine flow of life, and success will follow naturally. Shinn's teachings remind us that we are always in control of our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. By reprogramming our minds and taking inspired action, we can manifest the life we desire. Success is not about luck or chance. It's about aligning with the spiritual laws that govern the universe and trusting that your inner state of success will bring forth the outer success you seek. As you continue on your journey, remember that success is not something you have to strive for or chase. Success is a reflection of your inner state, and once you realize this, you will find that success flows effortlessly into your life. You are deserving of all the good that life has to offer, and with the right mindset, faith, and actions, you will unlock the doors to your own personal success. Now that we understand the importance of cultivating a mindset of success and releasing resistance, let's move deeper into another critical aspect of achieving success: the power of words and thoughts. Florence Scovel Shinn dedicates a significant portion of her teachings to the transformative power of language. The words we speak, and even the thoughts we entertain, have the power to shape our lives in profound ways. Shinn teaches that words are not merely sounds we make to communicate with others. Words are creative forces. They carry energy, and when spoken with intent, they can shape our reality. In the metaphysical framework Shinn outlines, words are a vehicle for the subconscious mind, acting as a bridge between our conscious thoughts and the deeper layers of our belief systems. When we speak, we are giving voice to our inner world, and those words have the power to manifest in the outer world. The Bible, which Shinn frequently refers to, provides a clear example of the creative power of words. In the book of Genesis, it is written, "And God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." This is the most fundamental demonstration of the power of words. Creation begins with a spoken word. The universe, in its vastness and complexity, was brought into existence by the spoken word, showing us that words are not merely tools for communication. They are tools for creation. When we speak affirmations or declarations, we are not just repeating empty phrases. We are invoking the energy of those words to bring about change in our lives. For example, if you want to attract financial abundance, you can use affirmations like, "I am a magnet for money, and wealth flows easily to me." As you repeat this affirmation, you are programming your subconscious mind to accept this truth, and your thoughts and actions begin to align with it. The more consistent you are in speaking these words, the more you reinforce the belief that wealth is a natural part of your reality. Along with words, Shinn places great emphasis on the importance of thoughts. Thoughts are the seeds from which words grow, and they are the initial energy that fuels the creation of our circumstances. Our thoughts, both conscious and subconscious, are constantly shaping the world we experience. If you are thinking thoughts of lack, limitation, or fear, you are creating more of those experiences in your life. Conversely, if your thoughts are aligned with abundance, success, and positivity, you will naturally attract those qualities into your life. Shinn teaches that we are the creators of our own experiences, and our thoughts are the first step in that creation process. Just as a gardener plants seeds in the soil and nurtures them to grow, you must plant positive thoughts in your mind and nurture them through repetition, visualization, and belief. Negative thoughts, much like weeds, can easily take root in the fertile soil of the mind if left unchecked. But, as Shinn reminds us, the power to change those thoughts lies within us. The more you focus on positive, empowering thoughts, the more you create space for positive experiences to enter your life. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your thoughts is through mindfulness. Being aware of your thoughts allows you to catch negative ones before they have a chance to take root. When a thought of fear or doubt enters your mind, replace it immediately with a positive, empowering thought. For example, if you think, "I'll never be able to pay off my debt," replace it with, "I am a wise steward of my finances, and I am attracting abundance to pay off all my debts. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to maintain a positive mental state. Shinn's teachings are closely aligned with the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. This law emphasizes that the energy you put out into the universe will be reflected back to you. If you are constantly thinking about lack, you will attract more lack. If you focus on success and abundance, you will attract those qualities as well. The law of attraction operates on the frequency of your thoughts, so it's essential to align your mental energy with what you desire. One of the key elements of the law of attraction is visualization. As Shinn explains, visualization is a form of mental prayer that taps into the power of the subconscious mind. When you visualize yourself living your dream life, whether that involves financial freedom, career success, or a fulfilling relationship, you are sending a clear message to the universe about what you want to manifest. Visualization creates a mental picture of success, and this picture becomes a blueprint for your reality. To make the most of the law of attraction, it's important to not only visualize your desired outcome, but also to feel the emotions associated with it. The more real and tangible you make your visualizations, the more likely they are to manifest in your life. If you visualize yourself receiving a promotion at work, feel the excitement and pride you would experience in that moment. The stronger the emotional connection to your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Gratitude is another essential element in the process of manifestation. Shinn teaches that gratitude is a magnetic force that attracts more of the good things you want into your life. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. This shift in energy aligns you with the flow of the universe, making it easier for your desires to manifest. Gratitude not only increases your vibrational frequency, but also helps you maintain a positive mindset. When you are grateful for what you have, you invite more opportunities and blessings into your life. Shinn recommends making gratitude a daily practice. Take time each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for, whether it's your health, your relationships, your career, or even the small things like a warm cup of coffee in the morning. The more you express gratitude, the more you will attract into your life to be thankful for. One powerful exercise you can do is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This simple practice can help shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of abundance and attracting more blessings into your life. Success also involves aligning with divine timing. Shinn emphasizes that there is a perfect time for everything, and that timing is often beyond our understanding. Success doesn't always happen according to our plans or timelines. However, trusting in divine timing allows us to release the need for control and surrender to the flow of life. Divine timing is about trusting that the universe will bring the right people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life at the right time. It's easy to become impatient when things aren't unfolding as we expect. But Shinn reminds us that everything is happening exactly as it should. By aligning with divine timing, we allow ourselves to step into the flow of life, trusting that everything is falling into place for our highest good. If you find yourself feeling anxious or frustrated because things aren't happening fast enough, take a moment to remind yourself that everything is happening in perfect timing. Trust that the universe is guiding you, and have faith that the right opportunities will present themselves when the time is right. Shinn encourages us to let go of our attachment to specific outcomes and instead focus on the process of becoming. Trusting in divine timing brings a sense of peace and allows us to enjoy the journey toward success, rather than focusing solely on the destination. One of the most important steps toward success is the practice of forgiveness. Holding on to resentment, anger, or bitterness can block the flow of success in your life. Shinn emphasizes that forgiveness is not just for the other person, it's for you. When you forgive, you release the negative energy that is keeping you stuck and make space for abundance to flow into your life. Forgiveness also allows you to heal from past wounds, both physical and emotional. It frees you from the grip of negative emotions and enables you to move forward with a clear heart and mind. Shinn often reminds us that forgiveness is a spiritual practice that opens the door to greater opportunities and success. By forgiving others and yourself, you create an energy of peace and harmony that attracts success and prosperity. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful actions or pretending that everything is okay. It simply means releasing the hold that the past has on you and allowing yourself to move forward with love and compassion. You can use affirmations like, "I forgive myself and others, and I release all negativity from my life," to begin the process of forgiveness. Over time, this practice will help you heal and create space for success to manifest. In conclusion, success is not a destination, it is a journey. The path to success involves aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the spiritual laws of the universe. By cultivating a positive mindset, using affirmations, practicing gratitude, and trusting in divine timing, you can unlock the success that already resides within you. Success is not something you need to chase. It is something you must realize within yourself. Remember that the power to create the life you desire lies within you. Through consistent practice of these principles, you will begin to see shifts in your life that align with your highest good. Success is your birthright, and it's waiting for you to step into it. Trust in your divine potential and know that you are always supported on your journey. With the right mindset, faith, and actions, you can achieve anything you desire. Embrace your inner power and watch as your life transforms into the success story you've always dreamed of. Now that we've established the profound connection between your thoughts, words, and the success you seek, let's focus on one more powerful concept: the importance of being in alignment with your true self. It's not just about what you think or say. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts the life you want. This requires a deep sense of self-awareness and a willingness to evolve, to let go of outdated patterns, and to step into your fullest potential. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasizes the importance of self-alignment in manifesting success. She teaches that alignment means being in harmony with your highest self, your true nature. This is not just about thinking positively or speaking affirmations. It's about living authentically, from a place of truth. When you are in alignment with your divine self, you radiate confidence, clarity, and purpose. Your actions become effortless because they are aligned with your true desires and the higher vision of your life. To be truly aligned means being true to who you are at your core. It involves shedding layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity that may have built up over the years. It also means recognizing the importance of spiritual awareness, taking time for self-reflection, and being honest with yourself about your desires and goals. Are you living in a way that reflects your deepest values? Are you pursuing goals that truly resonate with your heart? These are the questions you must ask yourself to determine whether you are in alignment with your highest purpose. Self-alignment is a process that takes time, but it is absolutely essential to achieving true success. It's not enough to simply wish for things to change. You must also embody the qualities of the person who already has what you want. When you are in alignment with your higher self, you become magnetic to the people, opportunities, and circumstances that are in alignment with your desires. The universe responds to the energy you emit. So, if you are living authentically, you naturally draw success toward you. Self-alignment begins with self-discovery. Shinn encourages us to take time to understand who we are and what we truly want out of life. Many people go through life chasing external markers of success, money, status, recognition, without truly understanding why they desire these things. They follow the paths set by society or by others, without considering if these paths align with their authentic selves. Self-discovery is about tuning into your inner guidance system. It's about listening to your intuition and being aware of the thoughts, feelings, and desires that arise from within. Often, the things that bring you the most joy and fulfillment are the things that align with your soul's purpose. These are the things that, when pursued, lead to a sense of peace, success, and satisfaction. When you're in tune with yourself, you will notice that everything flows more smoothly. The path forward becomes clearer, and opportunities present themselves in ways you may never have expected. A critical part of self-discovery is identifying and breaking free from limiting beliefs. These beliefs are often formed in childhood or early adulthood and can be based on societal conditioning or past experiences. They are thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "I don't deserve abundance." These limiting beliefs often dictate our behavior and hold us back from reaching our full potential. However, Shinn teaches us that we have the power to change our beliefs and step into a new reality. Once we identify our limiting beliefs, we can replace them with empowering ones, affirming our worthiness and ability to succeed. A key element of self-alignment is learning to trust your intuition. Shinn speaks frequently about the importance of listening to your inner guidance. Intuition is the voice of your higher self, guiding you toward decisions and actions that are in alignment with your true purpose. It often speaks in subtle nudges, gut feelings, and inner knowing, and it's easy to ignore or dismiss these signals. But the more you tune in to your intuition, the stronger and clearer it becomes. Intuition can guide you in all areas of your life, from relationships to career decisions to personal growth. It's important to trust that your inner wisdom knows the best path for you, even when the external circumstances or logic don't make sense. In fact, sometimes the most successful people are those who have learned to trust their intuition over the opinions or advice of others. A simple way to cultivate your intuition is to practice stillness. Take time each day to sit quietly, clear your mind, and listen. Your inner guidance is always available to you, but you must make space to hear it. You can also strengthen your intuition by paying attention to how you feel when you follow certain thoughts or actions. Does it feel right in your gut? Does it feel aligned with your true self? If so, it's likely that you are in tune with your intuition. Living authentically is another essential component of self-alignment. This means living in a way that is true to your inner nature, rather than trying to fit into a mold created by society or by others' expectations. When you live authentically, you are not afraid to express who you truly are, even if it means taking unconventional paths or making difficult choices. Shinn encourages us to stop seeking validation from others and to instead seek validation from within. This shift in mindset allows us to release fear and embrace our true potential. When you align with your authentic self, you become empowered to make decisions that are in alignment with your values, passions, and purpose. You become unshakable in the face of challenges because you know you are following the path that is right for you. One of the greatest obstacles to self-alignment is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown can hold us back from taking bold steps toward our dreams. However, as Shinn reminds us, fear is simply a product of the mind. It is not a true reflection of reality. When we release fear, we open ourselves to limitless possibilities. We allow ourselves to trust the process and believe that success is already on its way. In many ways, fear is a form of resistance. It is a way of clinging to old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. But when we align ourselves with our true self, we naturally release this resistance. We recognize that we have everything we need to succeed, and we trust that the universe is always supporting us. Shinn teaches that the key to overcoming fear is faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, and faith in the divine plan for your life. When you trust in your own power and the wisdom of the universe, fear loses its grip. You begin to take inspired action, knowing that every step you take is leading you toward your highest good. As we align with our true self, we also need to let go of limiting beliefs that have held us back for too long. These beliefs may have been formed in childhood or as a result of past experiences, but they do not define us. The truth is, we are not limited by anything except the beliefs we hold about ourselves. Shinn emphasizes the power of affirmations in transforming limiting beliefs. By repeating positive affirmations, such as, "I am worthy of success," "I am capable of achieving my dreams," and "I trust the divine plan for my life," we begin to reprogram our subconscious mind. This allows us to break free from old thought patterns and step into a new reality. The process of letting go of limiting beliefs may take time, but with consistent effort, it is possible to completely transform our mindset. As we align with our true self, we begin to attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that are in harmony with our desires. In conclusion, success is not just about achieving external goals. It's about aligning with your true self. When you align with your highest purpose, live authentically, trust your intuition, and release limiting beliefs, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. Self-alignment is the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving lasting success. By practicing self-awareness, embracing your authentic self, and releasing fear and limiting beliefs, you can step into your true power. Success will flow effortlessly into your life, and you will find yourself living a life of fulfillment, abundance, and joy. Trust that the universe is always guiding you, and remember that your success is already within you. It's just waiting for you to embrace it. Now that we've discussed the essential role of self-alignment, we can dive deeper into the concept of trust and the powerful role it plays in attracting success into your life. Trusting in yourself, the process, and the divine guidance that surrounds you is not just a philosophical ideal. It is a practical tool that can change the trajectory of your life. Shinn emphasizes that when we place our full trust in God, the universe, or whatever higher power we believe in, everything aligns to bring us what we desire. The key here is learning to trust the process without needing to control every outcome. Trust is often misunderstood. It is not about waiting for something to happen passively. It's about having faith that the right circumstances, people, and opportunities will emerge at the right time. Trusting the process means allowing yourself to surrender to the flow of life, knowing that each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Shinn speaks about trust as a fundamental spiritual law. She teaches that it is essential to let go of the need to micromanage the universe. There is a divine intelligence at work in the world, and it is constantly working to bring you the experiences and people that will propel you toward success. Trusting that intelligence is a necessary step in releasing the blocks and limitations that hold us back. When you learn to trust the process, you start to see how everything in your life, whether it's an apparent setback or a new opportunity, is leading you to your highest good. For many, trusting is difficult. The world around us often encourages doubt, fear, and caution. We are conditioned to rely on our intellect, to plan every step, and to expect tangible results. However, the law of trust asks us to go beyond the intellect, to a space of spiritual surrender, where we no longer try to force outcomes. Instead, we begin to take inspired action in faith, trusting that everything we need will be provided. The mind may say, "But how can I trust when I can't see the outcome?" Or, "What if things don't go the way I expect?" This is where true faith and trust come into play. Shinn teaches that trust is directly tied to our ability to release control and surrender our fears. The act of letting go of control can feel vulnerable, but it is only when we release our grip that the universe can truly take over. She often shares examples of people who had to release their attachment to specific outcomes in order to experience the true manifestation of their desires. By trusting the process, you allow space for miracles to unfold. A key element of trust is divine timing, the understanding that everything happens when it is meant to. Many people struggle with impatience and anxiety, believing that success should happen immediately. We live in a world of instant gratification, where everything is just a click away. However, Shinn reminds us that true success follows its own rhythm and timeline, which may not always coincide with our own. She calls this divine timing. When we trust divine timing, we release the anxiety of trying to make things happen on our own. It's about learning to be patient and knowing that the right opportunities will come when the time is right. Many success stories highlight this concept. For instance, Jim Tully, the king of hobos turned successful author, didn't become successful overnight. His journey was one of gradual growth, a process in which every event, setback, and success led him to the right place at the right time. He trusted that each step was part of his divine plan. This principle of divine timing can also be applied to finances, relationships, and career choices. When we trust the timing of these events, we stop chasing after opportunities that aren't meant for us. We learn to wait for the perfect alignment of circumstances and energy before making significant decisions. Trusting the process allows you to see that everything you desire is already on its way, and the only thing standing in the way is your willingness to let go of control and trust that the universe is always guiding you toward what's best. While trusting the process and divine timing are crucial, it's also important to trust in yourself. Shinn emphasizes that self-trust is a foundational aspect of personal success. It's about believing in your inner strength and knowing that you have the ability to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Self-trust is deeply connected to your confidence in your own abilities, your worth, and your potential. Self-trust can be nurtured through affirmations and by recognizing your past successes. No matter how big or small, every success in your life is a testament to your inner power. Reflect on times when you have overcome challenges or made difficult decisions. Those moments show you that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. By trusting yourself, you also become more willing to take risks and make bold decisions. Confidence follows trust, and trust allows you to step forward into new opportunities, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Another important element of trust in the process is trust in the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that like attracts like, that the energy you put out into the universe will attract similar energy back to you. Trusting in this law means trusting that the energy you radiate will bring the right circumstances and people into your life. Shinn teaches that when you believe in this law, you begin to see how the universe works in harmony to bring your desires into reality. This means that you don't have to chase success. You only need to align yourself with it. By focusing on positive thoughts, feelings of gratitude, and the belief that success is your birthright, you attract opportunities that align with your highest good. Trusting the law of attraction means releasing the need to force outcomes and instead trusting that your energy will naturally draw to you the experiences that are meant for you. One of the most powerful aspects of trust, according to Shinn, is trusting in the invisible. Believing that what you cannot yet see or touch is just as real as what is in front of you. This invisible realm is the realm of possibility, and it is in this space where your dreams are born. Trusting in the invisible means knowing that your desires, goals, and aspirations are already on their way to manifestation. Even if you don't yet see them, you must trust that they are in the process of becoming real. This requires a shift in mindset, moving away from a focus on what is and toward a focus on what can be. When you trust the invisible, you stop judging the process based on current circumstances. Instead, you focus on the feeling of success, abundance, and fulfillment. You begin to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be. This mindset allows you to break free from the limitations of your current reality and embrace the infinite possibilities available to you. As you trust the process, it's important to recognize that doubts and fears will inevitably arise. The mind will always try to sabotage you with thoughts of inadequacy, failure, or fear. However, Shinn reminds us that these doubts are not our truth. The key is to persist in your belief, no matter what external circumstances may suggest. Persistence is a powerful force, and when coupled with trust, it creates a momentum that cannot be stopped. Shinn's teachings emphasize that even in the face of doubt, you must remain focused on your vision and keep taking steps toward your goal. The obstacles you face are often temporary, and by persisting with trust, you break through them. The most successful people in history were not those who never faced doubt, but those who faced it and chose to move forward anyway. Finally, gratitude is a crucial aspect of trust. Gratitude helps to shift your focus from lack to abundance, reinforcing the belief that the universe is always providing for you. Shinn teaches that gratitude is not just a passive feeling. It is an active practice that helps to create more of what you want in your life. When you trust the process and express gratitude for what you have, you are aligning yourself with the flow of success and abundance. Gratitude allows you to see the blessings in every moment, even when things aren't going exactly as planned. By being thankful for the small wins, the lessons, and the opportunities, you build trust in the universe's plan for you. Over time, gratitude amplifies your ability to manifest your desires and brings you closer to the success you seek. In conclusion, trust is the cornerstone of success. It's about trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting divine timing, and trusting in the invisible forces that are always working on your behalf. When you align yourself with these principles, you open the door to limitless possibilities and allow the universe to guide you toward your highest good. Trust is not a passive state. It is an active, dynamic force that, when embraced, creates the conditions for success to manifest in your life. Shinn's teachings remind us that we don't have to control every aspect of our lives. When we let go of the need to micromanage and simply trust, we align ourselves with the flow of the universe. We allow the infinite intelligence of the universe to work on our behalf, bringing us everything we desire, just at the right time. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust that success is already on its way to you. As we continue exploring the metaphysical teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn, one of the most powerful and transformative concepts she shares is that of the word as a tool for manifestation. The idea that words carry a vibrational frequency that can shape our reality is not only a central theme in Shinn's work, but also a profound and practical tool that anyone can use to unlock the doors to success. Words are far more than mere sounds or symbols. They are powerful forces of creation. This idea is rooted in the ancient spiritual truth that we create our world through the words we speak and the thoughts we entertain. Just as the Bible says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Shinn emphasizes that words are the blueprints for the reality we experience. The power of our words is directly linked to the intentions we carry behind them. When we align our words with our desires, we start to see those desires materialize in the physical world. Shinn often refers to the Bible to emphasize the creative power of words. She teaches that we are not passive bystanders in our lives, but active creators. Everything around us, from our relationships to our finances, is shaped by the words we choose to speak. According to Shinn, words are energy. They send out vibrations that attract like energies back to us. This is the essence of the law of attraction. When we speak words of affirmation, we are not simply repeating positive phrases. We are sending out an energetic signal into the universe, which then responds by bringing us experiences, circumstances, and people that align with the energy we've emitted. This is why Shinn is so insistent on the importance of choosing words carefully. When we speak words of empowerment, hope, and faith, we invite those very qualities into our lives. Conversely, words filled with doubt, fear, or limitation attract situations that reinforce those feelings. Words as affirmations. One of the most profound and practical uses of words, according to Shinn, is through affirmations. Affirmations are not just statements. They are tools for shifting our consciousness. They act as a reprogramming tool for the subconscious mind. By consistently repeating positive affirmations, we overwrite old, limiting beliefs and create space for new, expansive possibilities. Shinn gives many examples of how affirmations have transformed the lives of individuals. She often shares the stories of people who, through their consistent use of affirmations, broke free from poverty, illness, and failure. She urges the listener to create their own affirmations, tailored to their personal desires. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, an affirmation might be, "I am a magnet for money, and prosperity flows to me effortlessly." If you're seeking love or a better relationship, you could say, "I attract loving, supportive relationships that nourish my soul." The key here is to repeat these affirmations with conviction, allowing the words to deeply penetrate the subconscious mind. Shinn emphasizes that it is not enough to simply say the words. They must be felt and believed. When the emotions align with the affirmation, the universe responds with the manifestation of those desires. One of the most important aspects of the power of words is the way we speak about ourselves and others. Negative self-talk is a major obstacle to success. Shinn warns against speaking negatively about yourself, as it creates a vibrational mismatch between your words and your desires. When you say things like, "I'll never be successful," "I'm not good enough," or "money is always hard to come by," you are affirming limitation. Those words carry an energy that perpetuates the very thing you are trying to avoid. Shinn teaches that we must take responsibility for the words we speak. When we speak positively about ourselves, we reinforce our worth and potential. For instance, saying, "I am worthy of success and abundance," aligns your words with your true potential. Similarly, Shinn highlights that the words we speak about others have a direct impact on our own lives. Speaking negatively about others, especially in terms of envy or resentment, sends out an energy that blocks your own blessings. Instead, she encourages you to practice blessing others, for when you bless others, you open the door for your own blessings to flow. Shinn uses a practical example to illustrate this concept. She tells the story of a woman who was struggling financially and was resentful of her wealthy friend. When Shinn gave her the affirmation, "What God has done for others, He now does for me and more," the woman's situation began to shift. She realized that by resenting others' success, she was blocking her own. The moment she shifted her thoughts and words from resentment to blessing, her financial situation began to improve. In addition to attracting success, words also play a powerful role in healing. Whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, words have the power to heal. Shinn emphasizes that health is directly related to the way we speak about ourselves and our bodies. When we speak words of health, strength, and vitality, we begin to align our bodies with the energy of wellness. On the other hand, when we constantly speak about our illnesses or limitations, we reinforce the energy of disease. She shares the story of a woman who was suffering from a serious illness. Every day, she would say, "I am healthy and vibrant." At first, she didn't believe the words, but she continued to say them. And soon enough, her body began to respond. The illness that had once seemed insurmountable started to dissipate. Shinn teaches that faith in the spoken word is essential for healing. The same applies to emotional healing. Many people struggle with feelings of guilt, fear, or anger that keep them trapped in negative emotional states. Through positive affirmations and self-talk, we can begin to release those emotions. Words are a bridge to healing, as they help us to connect to our inner peace, strength, and love. Shinn's message here is clear. Words are not just sounds. They are energetic forces. They are the foundation upon which we build our reality, whether it's a life of abundance, health, or peace. The more we use words consciously, the more we can shape our world to reflect our highest desires. The secret, according to Shinn, lies in aligning our words with our goals and speaking them with conviction and belief. One of Shinn's most profound teachings is that words act as mirrors. What we say about ourselves reflects what we believe about ourselves. If you constantly say, "I'm always broke," that is a reflection of your inner beliefs. On the other hand, saying, "Money flows freely to me," reflects a belief in abundance. Shinn suggests that we should begin to use words as mirrors, taking an honest look at what we are saying and asking ourselves, what does this say about my inner beliefs? If you are constantly using negative words, it's a sign that your inner beliefs may need some adjustment. To change your life, change your words. The way you speak is the first step to shifting your consciousness. Shinn suggests standing in front of the mirror, looking yourself in the eyes, and speaking affirmations aloud. She encourages you to say, "I am powerful, I am worthy of success, and I am loved." By doing so, you are not only reprogramming your mind, but also sending a powerful signal to the universe about who you are and what you are ready to receive. Shinn also stresses that the words we speak about our circumstances can dramatically shift the way we experience them. For instance, if you find yourself facing a challenging situation, instead of saying, "This is impossible," try saying, "This situation is an opportunity for me to grow and learn." This small shift in language can have a profound impact on how you experience life. Words are a powerful force for transformation, and by choosing words that reflect empowerment, success, and love, you begin to attract those very things into your life. In addition to the spoken word, Shinn teaches that silent words, or the thoughts we hold, are just as powerful. We are constantly thinking, whether consciously or unconsciously, and those thoughts create our reality. Shinn emphasizes that we must begin to monitor our inner dialogue. If you want to create a life of success, joy, and abundance, your thoughts must align with those goals. If you find yourself thinking negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations or empowering statements. The more you train your mind to focus on empowering thoughts, the more you will see them reflected in your outer world. Silent words also play a significant role in relationships. The way we think about others and the words we use internally toward them can either strengthen or weaken our connections. When we think positively about others, we create harmonious relationships. When we think negatively, we create tension and disconnection. Shinn encourages us to speak silently to others in a way that reflects love, support, and kindness. The energy you send out toward others, even in thought, will return to you. As we conclude this section, it's important to remember that the power of words is not just a spiritual or metaphysical concept. It is a practical, everyday tool that can change your life. Words are the fabric from which our reality is woven. By choosing your words wisely and aligning them with your desires, you begin to take control of your life's direction. Shinn's teachings offer a roadmap to success through the conscious use of words. And when we speak with intention and belief, we unlock the full potential of our lives, whether it's through affirmations, positive speech, or monitoring our inner dialogue. Words have the ability to shape our reality in profound ways. The next time you speak, remember the power of your words speak with confidence, love, and empowerment, and you will see the world begin to shift to match that energy. As we delve further into the transformative teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn, we come to the realization that success is not a mere accident. It is a conscious choice. One of the most essential ideas in Shinn's work is that success is a reflection of our alignment with divine law. Success does not happen by chance or through external circumstances alone. It is a result of the inner harmony we create through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When we align ourselves with the spiritual laws that govern the universe, we open the doors to success and fulfillment. Shinn teaches that there is a divine flow of abundance, health, and success that is constantly available to us. The key to tapping into this flow is to live in alignment with spiritual truths and to trust that what is meant for us will naturally come to pass. She calls this the divine order, a state of being in which we are in tune with the higher forces of the universe, allowing us to manifest our desires effortlessly. In this section, we will explore the importance of embracing the divine order and the steps you can take to begin living in harmony with it. One of the most difficult concepts for many people to grasp is the idea of divine timing. It can be incredibly frustrating when things aren't happening as quickly as we want them to, especially in a world that encourages instant gratification. However, Shinn emphasizes that divine timing is always perfect. She urges us to trust that the universe is working in our favor, even when we can't see the immediate results. The challenge comes when we try to rush the process or control the outcome. Shinn teaches that by letting go of control and trusting in divine timing, we create the space for miracles to unfold. She provides the example of someone seeking a job or promotion. Often, individuals grow discouraged when their efforts don't yield results right away. But Shinn teaches that trusting divine timing means understanding that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There may be unseen reasons for delays, but in the end, those delays may be part of a larger, more harmonious plan. Shinn offers the affirmation, "I trust in the perfect timing of the universe." By consistently repeating this affirmation, we begin to surrender our need for immediate results and open ourselves to the flow of abundance that is already on its way. Another key element in Shinn's teachings is the importance of faith. Faith is not merely a belief in something without evidence. It is a vibrational alignment with the desire you wish to manifest. Shinn makes it clear that faith is the foundation of success. Without faith, it is impossible to manifest anything in your life. Faith moves mountains because it shifts our consciousness into alignment with the universe's infinite potential. Shinn's teachings about faith revolve around the idea of acting as if. In other words, she urges you to act as if your desires have already been fulfilled, regardless of the circumstances. Faith is the belief in something that has not yet materialized, and it requires you to hold that belief steadfastly, even in the face of doubt. For example, if you are seeking financial abundance, Shinn encourages you to begin acting and thinking as though the money is already yours. This creates a powerful vibrational match between your thoughts, emotions, and external reality. In her book, Shinn shares many stories of individuals who used faith to transform their lives. One powerful example is that of a woman who had been struggling with poverty for years. Despite her financial challenges, she continued to speak affirmations of prosperity and acted as though she were already wealthy. Eventually, her faith led to a sudden change in her financial circumstances, and she became a prosperous businesswoman. The key, according to Shinn, is to never lose faith in the unseen possibilities and to trust that everything is working for your good. Another important concept Shinn teaches is the art of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or resigning to fate. It means surrendering your attachments to how things should look or when they should happen. Attachment to outcomes is one of the greatest barriers to success because it keeps us trapped in expectation and control. When we are overly attached to a specific result, we limit the universe's ability to deliver in a way that may be even more wonderful than we had imagined. Shinn uses the example of a woman who was seeking a romantic relationship. She had been obsessively focused on one particular person, but nothing was happening. Shinn advised her to let go of the attachment and trust that the right relationship would come to her in the perfect timing. When the woman finally surrendered her attachment, she found that a far better, more fulfilling relationship manifested in her life. Letting go also means releasing limiting beliefs that hold us back. These beliefs often come from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear of failure. Shinn teaches that we must release these beliefs in order to make space for success. It is only by letting go of what no longer serves us that we can open the door to new possibilities. The affirmation for letting go is, "I release all limiting beliefs and allow my good to come to me easily." Shinn believes that success is a natural result of living in alignment with divine law. The universe operates according to a set of spiritual principles that are impartial and abundant. When we align our thoughts, words, and actions with these laws, we automatically attract success and fulfillment. Shinn encourages us to follow spiritual principles such as love, forgiveness, gratitude, and generosity. By embracing these principles, we create a vibrational match with the universe's abundant flow. Love, for example, is a powerful force that attracts all good things into our lives. When we love ourselves and love others, we send out an energy that invites love and prosperity in return. Similarly, forgiveness clears away the blocks that prevent us from receiving our good. Forgiveness frees us from past hurts and negative thought patterns that keep us stuck in lack and limitation. Shinn explains that living in divine order means trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even when things seem chaotic or out of control. Shinn urges us to remember that the universe is always guiding us toward our highest good. By aligning with divine law, we find that everything falls into place in perfect timing. Shinn also emphasizes the power of gratitude as a key to success. Gratitude is not just an emotion or a polite gesture. It is a magnetic force that attracts more of what we are grateful for. Shinn encourages us to cultivate gratitude in all areas of our lives. By being grateful for what we already have, we align ourselves with the energy of abundance. Gratitude shifts our focus from lack to abundance. And as we do this, we begin to attract more blessings into our lives. One powerful exercise Shinn recommends is to start a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 10 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grandiose. They can be simple things like a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend, or a successful meeting. The act of writing down what we are grateful for helps us to focus on the positive, and in doing so, we attract more positivity into our lives. Finally, Shinn teaches that to experience lasting success, we must learn to live in harmony with the universe. This means aligning our desires with the greater good and understanding that our success is not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of all. When we live in harmony with divine law, we not only achieve personal success, but also contribute to the collective good. The universe works in perfect balance, and when we align with this balance, we begin to see the manifestation of our dreams. Living in harmony also means embracing peace of mind. Shinn emphasizes that success is not just about external achievements. It is about finding inner peace. When we have inner peace, we are no longer driven by fear, anxiety, or stress. Instead, we are in a state of flow, allowing the universe to guide us effortlessly toward our goals. This is the essence of divine order, a life lived in peace, trust, and alignment with the natural flow of the universe. As we conclude this section, we reflect on the powerful teachings that Shinn has shared with us. Success is not something we chase, it is something we align with. Through trusting divine timing, cultivating faith, letting go of attachments, and living in alignment with spiritual principles, we open ourselves to the abundance that is already available to us. By embracing the divine order, we become co-creators with the universe, and success flows to us effortlessly. Shinn's message is one of empowerment. She teaches us that success is our divine right, and when we align our thoughts, words, and actions with the spiritual laws that govern the universe, we can manifest a life filled with abundance, health, and happiness. The path to success is not about striving or struggling. It is about aligning with the natural flow of life, trusting in divine timing, and embracing the abundant energy that is available to us all. As we now move deeper into the understanding of success, Florence Scovel Shinn brings us face to face with a crucial idea: the power of words. In fact, her teachings emphasize that our words have the incredible potential to shape our reality. Words are not just sounds or mere expressions. They are vibrational forces that carry immense power. The words we speak reflect our inner thoughts and beliefs, and they send out energetic signals into the universe. These signals, in turn, attract corresponding experiences back into our lives. Therefore, the key to unlocking the door to success is found in mastering the words we use. Shinn shares the idea that what you say is what you get. Words are a form of spiritual magnetism that have the ability to draw into your life exactly what you speak. Every word is like a seed, and as you plant these seeds in your mind and speech, they eventually manifest into physical experiences. If you constantly speak words of lack, limitation, or negativity, you are sowing seeds of scarcity. Conversely, when you speak words of prosperity, health, and success, you are aligning yourself with those very qualities. This is why Shinn places such a strong emphasis on the affirmations we make. The power of affirmation is one of the most essential aspects of Shinn's teachings. An affirmation is a positive declaration or statement that affirms the truth you want to manifest in your life. These statements are not just wishful thinking. They are tools that work to reprogram your subconscious mind. When you repeat affirmations regularly, they begin to overwrite negative or limiting beliefs, replacing them with empowering truths. Shinn encourages you to repeat affirmations with faith and emotion, as this infuses them with greater power. Affirmations are most effective when they are not simply repeated out of habit, but are spoken with deep conviction and feeling. The more belief and emotion you attach to your affirmations, the more power they have to change your circumstances. For instance, a simple affirmation, like "I am worthy of success and abundance," is powerful on its own. However, when you say it with emotion, imagining yourself already surrounded by success, and feeling the excitement of that success, you activate a vibrational match between your words and your desires. Shinn teaches that faith is the key ingredient in making these affirmations come to life. Without faith, affirmations are merely empty words. But with faith, they become powerful tools for transformation. Shinn offers many examples of how individuals used affirmations to overcome challenges and achieve their goals. One such example is of a woman who was facing a financial crisis. She was struggling to make ends meet and feared she would never get out of debt. However, she began to repeat the affirmation, "Money comes to me easily and abundantly." At first, nothing changed, but she continued to speak it daily with deep belief. Eventually, she experienced a financial windfall, proving that the power of consistent emotional affirmation can indeed transform our lives. While affirmations are powerful, Shinn stresses that faith is what gives them their power. Faith is the inner conviction that the words you are speaking are true and that the universe is already working to bring them into fruition. When you speak an affirmation, you must believe that it is already in process, even if you cannot yet see the evidence of it in your physical reality. This faith is what activates the law of attraction, pulling the desired circumstances toward you. Shinn points out that doubt is the greatest enemy of faith. When we doubt, we create a vibrational mismatch between our desires and our current reality. This mismatch sends out conflicting signals to the universe, causing delays or even the opposite of what we desire to manifest. This is why she urges us to speak our affirmations with conviction and to align our beliefs with the words we speak. One of the most significant aspects of Shinn's teachings is the realization that our words do not just affect our immediate circumstances, but have the power to change our lives over time. By continually speaking words that reflect the success and abundance we desire, we begin to shift our vibrational frequency to one that aligns with those qualities. Over time, this shift leads to a magnetic pull that attracts the conditions, people, and opportunities necessary for us to realize our dreams. One of the most transformative phrases in Shinn's teachings is the use of the "I am" statement. This phrase, when spoken with deep faith, is an incredibly potent affirmation. "I am" signifies the presence of God within you, the divine essence that creates and sustains all life. When you declare, "I am successful," or "I am abundant," you are aligning yourself with the divine flow of success. You are not just hoping or wishing for something to happen. You are affirming that it already exists within you and that you are a vibrational match for it. Shinn teaches that the words we use following the phrase, "I am," create our identity and influence our life experience. Therefore, it is critical to be mindful of how we finish the sentence. If you say, "I am unlucky," or "I am broke," you are not only affirming a negative identity, but also attracting those very conditions into your life. On the other hand, when you say, "I am successful," or "I am abundant," you are affirming a new identity that aligns with your desires. Shinn encourages you to take note of the words you say about yourself and to replace any negative statements with positive, empowering declarations. The more you use "I am" statements, the more you reinforce your new identity. This process of identity transformation is central to achieving success. It is not about changing the external world first. It's about changing your internal world and aligning it with the success you wish to see manifested. In addition to their power in achieving success, words also have the ability to heal. Shinn teaches that negative thoughts and emotions are often the root causes of physical illness, mental distress, and emotional imbalance. These negative states are energetic blockages that prevent the flow of health, abundance, and peace in our lives. The good news, however, is that our words can act as tools for healing, helping to dissolve these blockages and restore harmony in our bodies, minds, and spirits. Shinn's own personal experiences highlight how words can heal. She recalls a time when she was suffering from a health condition and began repeating the affirmation, "I am healthy and whole." Although the symptoms of illness were still present, she continued to speak these words with faith and belief. Over time, the condition disappeared and she regained her health. Shinn teaches that the power of words in healing comes from their ability to focus the mind and heart on what you want to manifest, rather than what you fear. The same principle can be applied to emotional and mental healing. If you are struggling with feelings of guilt, anger, or resentment, using healing words and affirmations can help you shift your emotional state. Shinn recommends affirmations such as, "I forgive myself and others, and I am at peace." These words help release the emotional blockages that create tension in the body and mind. By consistently speaking these affirmations, we begin to experience emotional freedom and mental clarity, which are essential for achieving success. In closing, Shinn emphasizes the infinite power of the word. Words are not just tools, they are divine forces that hold the key to creating the life we desire. Whether we are using words to affirm success, heal our bodies, or create our reality, we must remember that our words are creative. They are the building blocks of the world we live in. If we wish to see a world filled with success, love, and abundance, we must begin by speaking words of success, love, and abundance. Shinn's teachings remind us that we are always creating, whether we are conscious of it or not. Every thought, every word, and every belief is contributing to the reality we experience. Therefore, it is essential to take control of our words and use them wisely. By affirming the truth of our desires and aligning our words with divine law, we can tap into the limitless power that is available to us. Shinn teaches us that success is not just a physical reality, but a spiritual one. The more we align our words, thoughts, and beliefs with spiritual truths, the more we align with the abundance that is our divine right. As we continue to use the power of words to create the life we desire, we find that success comes easily and effortlessly. The secret is in mastering our words, thoughts, and beliefs, and with them, we open the door to limitless success. As we conclude this journey through Florence Scovel Shinn's The Secret Door to Success, we arrive at the ultimate realization. Success is a way of being. It's not a destination to be reached or a prize to be won, but rather an expression of your innermost beliefs and thoughts. Success is not determined by external circumstances or luck. It is created through spiritual alignment, positive thinking, and the deliberate use of universal laws. Shinn's teachings are designed to empower you, reminding you that you are the key to unlocking the door to your own success. In the last section, we explored the transformative role of words. Now, Shinn introduces another powerful concept that ties everything together. Thoughts create reality. While words are the tools that shape our reality, it is our thoughts that lay the foundation. Your thoughts are the blueprints for the life you wish to build. They influence everything you experience, from the smallest interactions to the grandest achievements. Shinn's wisdom brings us back to the principle that everything begins with a thought, whether positive or negative. The thoughts you hold in your mind manifest into physical reality. This means that to experience success, you must cultivate thoughts that align with the success you seek. The process of transformation begins by identifying and shifting any negative thoughts or limiting beliefs that stand in the way of your progress. When you think thoughts of success, you are aligning your mental energy with the universe's abundant flow. Just like a powerful magnet, your thoughts will attract the conditions necessary for success. If your mind is focused on lack, fear, or doubt, those are the experiences you will attract. But if you focus your thoughts on prosperity, health, and abundance, those qualities will become a part of your life's reality. Shinn often emphasizes that our minds are constantly at work, shaping our experiences without us even realizing it. You may not be consciously aware of every thought, but your subconscious mind is always recording and manifesting them. Therefore, mindfulness becomes essential. The more aware you are of your thoughts, the more intentional you can be about choosing those that align with the life you desire. One of the key practices Shinn recommends for mastering our thoughts is affirmations. But affirmations aren't just about repeating positive statements. They are a way of cultivating mindfulness. Through the consistent use of affirmations, you train your mind to focus on what you want, not what you fear. Affirmations work by interrupting the negative thought patterns that may be entrenched in your subconscious and replacing them with new, empowering beliefs. Shinn encourages you to make affirmations a regular part of your daily routine, and not just in moments of need. She believes in affirming success and abundance every day as a way to maintain spiritual alignment and keep your mindset in the right place. These affirmations, when said with confidence and emotion, help reinforce the thoughts of success that will inevitably manifest. It's important to note that affirmations are not about forcing yourself to believe something that feels false. Instead, they should be statements that resonate with you and that make you feel the truth of what you are affirming. For example, rather than saying, "I am a millionaire," which may feel too far from your reality, you could say, "I am open to the abundance the universe is sending my way." This is a powerful affirmation that aligns with Shinn's teachings, acknowledging your openness to success without needing to attach a specific outcome. Through consistent use of affirmations, you begin to align your thoughts with the life you wish to live. As Shinn teaches, what you believe, you will become. And it's not just about intellectual belief. It's about feeling the truth of your statements in your heart. This connection between mind and heart is what activates the spiritual laws that govern your success. One of the key teachings that Shinn emphasizes is the idea that success comes when we align ourselves with universal laws. These laws are not arbitrary rules. They are the very principles that govern the universe. And when you work with them, rather than against them, you unlock limitless potential. In essence, Shinn is reminding you that success is not something to chase, but rather something to attract by being in alignment with the divine forces that shape all things. One of the primary universal laws at work in Shinn's teachings is the law of attraction. This law states that like attracts like. The thoughts, feelings, and energy you emit will attract similar energy from the universe. If you focus on success, success will come to you. If you focus on lack, you will perpetuate a cycle of scarcity. Therefore, Shinn encourages you to pay close attention to what you are attracting into your life and to actively choose to cultivate thoughts that match the reality you wish to experience. Another powerful universal law at play in Shinn's teachings is the law of divine timing. She teaches that everything happens in the perfect timing as part of a divine plan. Trusting in this timing is essential to experiencing success, even when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as you'd like. Shinn assures us that the universe is always working in your favor. It is often the moments of apparent delay that are actually preparing the perfect conditions for the manifestation of your desires. Shinn also speaks about the law of giving and receiving, a concept that encourages you to open the flow of abundance by giving freely. She teaches that when you are generous with your time, energy, or resources, you create an energetic exchange that magnifies the abundance in your life. The universe, she asserts, is constantly giving and receiving, and by participating in this flow, you increase your capacity to receive. While aligning with spiritual laws is important, Shinn also highlights one of the greatest obstacles people face on the path to success: fear and doubt. These emotions create energetic blockages that prevent the free flow of abundance. Shinn reminds us that fear is the opposite of faith, and when we act out of fear, we are closing ourselves off to the success that is already available to us. Fear and doubt are often rooted in past experiences or beliefs that no longer serve us. These beliefs often come from childhood or from societal conditioning, and they form the foundation of much of our thinking. However, Shinn insists that we have the power to reprogram these beliefs. By shifting our mindset and replacing thoughts of fear and doubt with thoughts of confidence and trust, we can eliminate these blockages. Shinn suggests that one of the most effective ways to combat fear and doubt is through affirmations of faith. When you speak affirmations such as, "I trust the divine plan for my life," or "I am capable of overcoming any obstacle," you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. Over time, these affirmations will replace old fears with new beliefs in your ability to succeed. She also encourages trust in divine guidance. The more you trust that the universe is working in your favor, the more open you become to receiving the right opportunities and insights. By practicing gratitude and faith, you eliminate the grip of fear and allow the divine forces to guide you toward your success. In the final chapters of this journey, Shinn urges you to embrace a mindset of abundance. Success is not a limited resource. There is plenty for everyone. The universe is infinite, and so is the abundance it offers. Shinn's teachings are an invitation to step into the flow of this abundance, to trust that there is more than enough to go around, and to know that your success is inevitable as long as you remain aligned with spiritual truth. As Shinn concludes, she reminds us that success is not about competition with others, but about aligning ourselves with the infinite potential of the universe. When you embrace this mindset, success becomes effortless. There is no need to chase it. It will come to you naturally as you open the door to receive it. With the knowledge of your own power and the alignment of your thoughts, words, and actions with divine laws, you have the ability to create a life of limitless success, abundance, and fulfillment. Your door to success is always open. You just need to walk through it with faith, trust, and confidence in your divine potential.